Now we are washing our chicken. You want to be sure to wash your chicken thoroughly and handle it safely. Make sure the water is not running really high and fast. This will help avoid getting the water droplets splashed everywhere and on other dishes. You also want to keep your raw meat away from other foods so that they are not contaminated by the juices. Now we're just going to pat dry the chicken. And by patting it dry, I'm just using a paper towel and patting it dry and putting it in a dry bowl. This is also going to help our chicken stay crispy while it bakes. Now we've washed our chicken and patted it dry. Now we're going to add the seasoning. I like to add about a teaspoon per pound, and we have about a pound and a quarter of chicken, so we're going to add a teaspoon of each of our spices. Starting with onion powder. Now I'm just going to add all of our seasoning into this little bowl here. Move this so you can see. We have garlic powder, chili powder. I'm not going to add quite a teaspoon. You can adjust this to whatever your flavor is, how hot you'd like it. Oregano is going to give us some flavor and texture after we add our sauce. Paprika is going to give us some color and flavor as well. I don't think I got quite a teaspoon there. And lemon pepper. Now the secret ingredient to getting your wings extra crispy when you bake them is baking powder. Baking powder helps to dry out the skin, and as it bakes, it gives you a crispier texture. So now we're just going to mix up our seasoning. Make sure everything is even. Okay. Now we're just going to put this on our wings. I've already done one batch. So I'm just going to get this all over. We want to make sure it's coated on all the surfaces. Now the thing about chicken is, see how we have these extra seasonings still on the plate? Don't try to put them in the refrigerator and reuse them. That can cause cross-contamination and you can get very sick. So whatever seasoning you have left over, just throw it away. I'm just getting it all the little spaces under everywhere so it'll be nice and coated. And we're just going to add these wings to our pan here that we've just added a little bit of olive oil to so they don't stick. And as the chicken cooks, of course, their skin has oil, fat, so that's going to break down and cook. So we're just going to start at 275 for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then we're going to increase that heat to about 375 for another maybe 15 to 20 minutes. You just have to check and see. Each oven temperatures vary. We're going to wash our potatoes thoroughly to make sure there's no dirt. So now for our roasted potatoes, we're just going to chop the potatoes. We have red, white, and blue baby potatoes. We're just going to chop those into quarters. Remember to roll your knife from the front and the back. And see that nice color that we're getting with that purple potato. Now we will cut our red potato. This one is just white on the inside. And of course our white potato, which is white on the inside as well. This will just give us a nice variation of color. So, of course, if you're gonna make for more people, you would add more. But I'm just gonna make these for now. Cut up a few more. Cutting them into pieces also helps them to cook faster. Okay, now we're just gonna drizzle a little bit of olive oil. Some salt, pepper. Here's our chicken. It's been in about 10 minutes now, and the skin is starting to heat up, and we're going to turn the heat up now for about another 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, now we're just going to toss our potatoes and make sure that the salt, pepper, and olive oil is mixed. I have turned up our stove for the wings to 375. Now I turned the pan to the side, and we're just gonna pop the potatoes in right beside them. Since this is a healthy kind of football themed meal today, we're also gonna make a healthy vegetable platter. So we're gonna use some tomatoes, some broccoli, which we're gonna wash right now. These tomatoes are called Constellations. It's a variety, different tomatoes, red, yellow. So we're just gonna wash a few of those. Make sure we get some variety for our platter, just for looks. So, let's get a plate here. We're also going to wash our broccoli. So to wash broccoli, you're just going to take the little florets and pop them off. And you get these little flour looking pieces. Just keep popping those off until you get to the top. Then just pop the piece off. Now you can just break these into smaller portions so that they're more bite-sized. Since we're going to use these for a dip, we have some chunky blue cheese dressing that we're going to add to our ramekin here. Okay, I'm just going to cut these stalks off of the broccoli. We're also going to wash our organic rainbow carrots. They are multicolored as well. We're just going to rinse those and add those to our platter. Okay, as you can see, this is our chicken wings. They are getting nice and done. We're just going to flip them over and leave them for about maybe another 7 minutes. So we have flipped our chicken over, we've checked our potatoes, and while they are both finishing, we're going to put together our vegetable tray. We're going to start just by arranging the vegetables. Carrots with carrots, broccoli with broccoli. You can break those into smaller pieces or cut those into smaller pieces if you like. You get the idea here. And let's get some of our tomatoes. You can arrange them however you like. You can put all on one side. Let's turn them this way actually. Okay. Put a little on each side so that everybody on each side can get some of each vegetable. You can add whatever vegetables you like, tomatoes, So we've taken our wings out and we're just letting them rest. Now comes the fun part. We can choose to put whatever we like on our wings at this point. I remembered that I had some of the leftover teriyaki sauce from a previous video. So I have that here. We're just going to warm that up and dip our wings in that and put them back in the oven for a few more minutes. We are also going to put together a buffalo sauce. Now we're going to make our buffalo sauce. Just to a pan, a skillet on low heat. We're going to add 1/4 of a cup of hot sauce, tablespoon of brown sugar, 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter. I bought this unsalted butter here, and as you can see on the measurement, 4 teaspoon mark would be here. So we're just going to cut it there and add that much of our butter. Turn this up a little. And we're just going to stir this around in the pan and let it all melt together. Looks like a lot of butter to me. Now we have finished our buffalo sauce. We're just going to add it to our bowl. Dip the wings, place them back on the cooking sheet, and just dry them out for maybe 5 minutes. We're going to do the same thing with our teriyaki sauce. We're just going to drizzle this over the wings, maybe dip them, however it works out the easiest, and place those back in the oven for just a few minutes. This is what our wings look like now that we have put our buffalo sauce. We have the buffalo ones right here, the teriyaki wings on that side. We're just going to pop them in the oven for another 5 minutes. We have now taken our roasted potatoes out of the oven. As you can see, they are nicely done. The onions are browned on the tips. You can sprinkle some maybe parsley, oregano, rosemary on them. You can put cheese, sour cream, however you would like to top them.